Hello, welcome to 7 Star Tarot. It's the 13th of January. It's your daily reading, semi-daily reading. You are the magician, currently experiencing the Four of Pentacles, crossed by Five of Swords, Ace of Wands in the past, Three of Wands in the future, Four of Wands in the foundation, Page of Wands in the external. So the magician is to do with manifestation. And we also have the Five of Wands, some difficulty, some blockage in manifesting at the moment. You may be experiencing some kind of conflict, some internal conflict, things moving in different directions, different ways of approaching something. And whatever you're trying to do or bring into whatever you're trying to bring into the world, whatever situation you're trying to control, on the one hand, you're concerned with maintaining what you have. Four of Pentacles, and he looks like he's holding very tightly onto this pentacle. You may feel like you're having to hold on to something. Maybe this is what's giving rise to the conflict. And the Five of Swords is there, which is traditionally defeat. But there's some kind of battle. You're having to fight a battle, and whether it's an internal battle or a conflict with an external person or people, I'm not sure. Why the Four of Pentacles? Two of Cups. Why the Five of Wands? Queen of Cups. And why the Five of Swords? Seven of Swords. Says it's to do with a love situation. Four of Pentacles is wanting to hold on to it. Maybe there's a part of you which wants to hold on to this situation, but your emotions are conflicted. Maybe you're experiencing something which you have manifested previously, and it's come into fruition, but then it feels like it's not a win somehow. Maybe the relationship that you manifested wasn't quite what you wanted it to be. And Seven of Swords feels like running away. Maybe it's something you've started, but you feel like running away from. Why the Queen of Cups? Two of Wands. So this was something that you gave birth to, in a sense. Like it's birthed into your reality. Something which you've been waiting for. Something which you've been wanting, but maybe not a like sustainable thing for some reason. Maybe it's maybe the nature of this relationship is Queen of Cups again. And the moon. There's something not working here. It's like it's activating maybe some unconscious pain. And maybe it's the nature of it that it's kind of doesn't seem like there's a lot of longevity in there. And the communication, I'm getting like avoiding communication for fear that it's going to cause upset with the Ten of Swords. Lots of swords, lots of mind. The mind is like working hard at this situation. It's working hard to come up with a solution, but it's seeing a situation which is somehow giving a sense of definitely conflict with the other person. Maybe you're avoiding some kind of communication with this person, and the hermit's there. You're stepping back and you're looking at this, you're appraising this situation, but you're feeling quite tied up in your head about it with the Eight of Swords. And the Hermit and the Nine of Pentacles is there, which is saying that like the relationship is here, but then also your existence as a single person. Maybe, yeah, Ten of Wands. Maybe this is feeling when you think about being single and then you think about having this relationship, or maybe any relationship, it feels like it's a lot. It feels like it's too much. Four of Wands is about a stable home life. So obviously, this is where all of this is coming from. Any relationship, I mean, ultimately comes from a desire to kind of have a stable and happy home life. So this is a new beginning. It was a new beginning after kind of feeling like you'd left things in the past behind. Seven of Swords again, and the Sun. But the sun is supposed to be the happiest card in the deck, but the sun here looks very strange. It's all the colors are running out of this kind of, I don't really know what this is. It looks like a kind of flower painting of a flower arrangement that the colors are running from. Maybe what you're seeing, maybe this situation is not the moon and the Page of Cups. It's like very small, and I think you're thinking of running the Fool and the World together. You kind of wanted this new beginning, but then it's almost like as soon as it's arising, you're now immediately thinking about being single again and kind of leaving it behind. So in the past, what do we have? We have the Ace of Wands, which is about your desires and what you wanted, the High Priestess, and the Five of Cups. Do with your intuition. What about the High Priestess? And the Five of Cups? And the Ace of Wands? Ace of Wands, High Priestess. Got the Nine of Pentacles again. Ten of Swords again. Eight of Wands. You're you're defensive because of frustrations in the past. You're defensive because you're focusing, or in the past, you'd focused on what was missing. Maybe you couldn't bring yourself to Maybe you were stuck in these feelings of things not working out, but then you got the Ace of Wands, which definitely conflicts with the Five of Cups. The Ace of Wands is about, yeah, having what you want. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles there, which is the single, independent, kind of happily independent person. So maybe you'd achieved some, maybe you were achieving what you wanted as being single because of past difficulties. The Empress. Getting away from me, this story a little bit. Ten of Swords, Page of Swords, Eight of Wands, sorry, Nine of Wands, Six of Wands. Nine of Pentacles, Page of Cups. Lots of page energy here. Somebody in the past, a younger person, caused you anxiety. And once you'd become single and started to focus on your own abundance, you then thought that you wanted to have a new emotional beginning. Um, why the Six of Wands with the Nine of Wands? Victory with, right, okay, so you kind of blocked out, maybe you've been blocking out opportunities so that you could have a victory in your own life and experience personal development, and kind of get back in charge of your shiz, of your life, of yourself, of your emotions. Because for some reason with the Empress, I'm getting like a feeling of being out of control. So you didn't want to feel out of control anymore. And maybe that's what's happening here in this relationship now, is that you're starting to feel you don't feel in control. So you feel like maybe you have to withdraw. Page of Wands, Justice, and the Queen of Pentacles. Page of Wands is enthusiasm, passion. But again, this one's kind of out of control. It's being like picked up by this whirlwind. Don't know if you can see that. Sense of losing control is coming from that story from the past and in the present, actually. Losing control, like maybe the mind is losing control emotionally. King of Wands clarifying justice. King of Swords clarifying Page of Wands. And the Tower clarifying the Queen of Pentacles. The Tower is saying that you might feel like something's collapsing. Okay. So while you're engaged in this struggle, there's another process happening in your life somewhere where your sense of being centered and grounded and abundant is Feels like it's on shaky ground, to say the least, with the tower. Something's happening with this King of Wands person in your life. Could be like a father figure. Could be an earth sign or a fire sign. And the Eight of Cups again. There's a lot of sense of grief, grieving for things lost. Justice is saying that whatever's happening here is somehow, even though this is quite tumultuous, somehow it's balancing itself out. Very esoteric, this reading, sorry. Kind of all over the place. It's calling you, whatever the situation is, it's calling you to be strong and to stay the course, follow the path. Something unlucky, something unlucky might be happening. It might be making it difficult for you to focus on work. The Hanged Man and the Emperor and the Strength and the Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune. This is a quite a big process that's happening. Six of Swords, so you're going to have to move on from Four of Cups. That in order to, a Nine of Cups, that in order to feel satisfaction, something is happening which is affecting you quite deeply. Hanged Man is in the water. He's not got a head, and there's piranhas eating his body. This is a very dark Hanged Man image, isn't it? Um, and the Emperor is there, and the King of Wands. This is like a strong male figure. Some kind of collapse, which you're going to have to move on from. It's going to take strength. But this is the natural order of things, even though it seems like something to do with timing with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The timing isn't right. And it's causing your sense of abundance to collapse. Not your actual abundance, but just your ability to like kind of look after yourself and be stable and be balanced is having a challenge. Um, King of Swords can be a male who's quite kind of detached from the situation. Three of Wands in the future. Three of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Three of Swords come up a few times. We've got some heartbreak. This isn't a great situation, I'm sorry to say. Three of Pentacles again. You have to just keep working through it, I think, is what that's trying to say. Keep working through it. The Star and the Devil coming together, and the Death and the Emperor again. Okay, Death, the Devil, the Star. This situation is challenging to heal from. It's upsetting. There may be a sense of depression here. It could draw you into a sense of addiction or being drawn into habit patterns, but it's a process of transformation for everybody involved, whatever it is that's happening here. With the hermit, it's requiring you to go it alone, to do this process alone, and it feels like it's stressful and it's anxiety, and you're wanting to run away and to avoid the situation. Something about not wanting to be seen, wanting to hide or wanting to avoid the situation somehow. There's lots of emotions involved. Obviously, emotions from the past are influencing the situation, and there's grief. And I think you're not a stranger from having to move on from painful emotional experiences. Um, Ultimately, even though this may be a heartbreaking situation, it may be full of anxiety, there is um, there will be satisfaction at some point. You will manage to work through this. It will take some time, but you are going to. Ace of Pentacles says money, and Four of Wands says that home life that you're working towards. So what I'm getting is this Four of Wands in the foundation. It doesn't actually look massively stable to me, and it doesn't actually look that beautiful either, compared to this one from the Rider-Waite, which looks very happy and very abundant and very joyful. So something about this situation, whether it's to do with love or whether it's to do with this male figure in your life, is representing a situation that wasn't good enough and hasn't been good enough. But the justice is saying that it will balance itself out. You have the strength of being an independent energy, an independent spirit. You have the strength to move beyond the things that challenge you. Progression on Three of Swords. Yeah, so there may be some grief and heartbreak associated with this. But grief only occurs when you don't turn around and look at the two cups that are in front of you, when you're focused on the past and on these things that have happened. Three of Wands says, and the Hanged Man clarifying that this process is ultimately one of enlightenment, working through it, um, focusing on what you need to do. Yeah, the Chariot, stay the course. The course is set, so stay the course. Ace of Pentacles and the Five of Damn Swords. You're going to have to fight. You'll have to fight to get what you want. What else about this fight? But the defeat says that you're kind of defeating others without almost trying. It's not like a difficult fight, you know. If you look at the card, the guy in the main character, who obviously you're the main character of your story, has just absolutely decimated these other two guys. It's almost like they went for a sparring match and he just like kicked the absolute tish out of them. And they're like crawling away almost. And he's taken their swords. So it's a kind of victory, but it's an unsatisfying victory, I think, defeat. And this process will end. And the chariot is going to take you there. It might be an emotional journey, but you have the armor for it. You have the strength, judgment, and the world. The last two tarot cards. Yeah, you're going to be reborn. This process will end, and through working on it, and also with the Three of Wands, I'm thinking The traditional one is looking to the future. Here, she's kind of like looking to into this mirror pond almost. So it's like focus, stay focused if you can on what the future's bringing. There's lots of emotions here, and it looks like an extremely challenging situation with potentially lots of people involved as well, with all these pages and stuff. It's a slow process, but you have a plan, so stay the course. Yeah, you'll get through this. Good luck.